Welcome back, everybody. Green Assassin here, and I've got another episode of Crash Landing for you guys. MacPack on the Feed the Beast launcher by Iskandar. This is going to be episode 20, and what I want to work on today is starting to set up the auto sieving area. So I already showed you guys I dug out this room. I dug it out a little bit more for my plans. Basically what I'm going to do is I'm just going to kind of set up the cables. I've already put them into advanced cable clusters and with camouflage cables, and already crafted pretty much everything I think I'm going to need for this. So basically I've got a little bit of a layout here, and what I want to do is I've got these 3 block gates, and I want to put them across here, and I'm hoping these will default to the way you place them normally. Like if you were just to place the block gate by itself, like this direction, the block gate piece that's supposed to be facing out is right there, and I didn't mean to place that there. Where is me pickaxe? The other thing that I crafted, I'm just gotta find out which one it is. Oh, one of these is it. Yeah, this one's in the wrong spot. Okay, so this one's a block gate, so we'll put that one right there. And then I need the rapid item valve to go down here. And then I want to put a sieve there and a sieve there. I do plan on having 3. The other one's still being used up there, so I'll bring it down after this is all set up. And then what I want to do is I've got a redstone emitter and a redstone receiver here. I'm not sure if these have to be set up a certain way. So for now, I'm gonna put the receiver right there and the emitter right there. And then empty cluster cable. Do I want that one to be camouflaged? I don't think this block is going to need to be camouflaged, because this line here is going to be where my wall is. That's why I've put camo blocks in all of these, so I can camouflage them as whatever I make the wall out of. So I think I just need a normal inventory cable here. And then we are going to take these. We're going to put the camo blocks into them. Get these ones off our hotbar. I will just connect them like so for now. Most of the programming I will do off camera. It's kind of a long program, a lot of setting up. So I'll set it up off camera and show you guys after, like I usually do. This is not really my design. A few people have done this now. SFM? No, I'm not saying his name right. Purple Manta has set it up this way. Funshine X has set it up this way. And I'm not sure who else. Just give me a second, guys. Sorry. VSWE is the original mod author of this, I'm pretty sure. And he's got a tutorial video on his YouTube channel that shows you how to set this up. I don't know if it's exactly like this. I haven't actually watched his video. This is what I seen from Purple Mentats. So, but my system might be a little bit different. My programming will probably be a little bit different. A few things. The setup's not the exact same. Like, I plan on doing a few other things with this. So, now that I've got all this stuff set up, what do I want to do next? I want to put my pulverizers along that wall. But I've only got 7 of these cables left. I probably could have put those underneath the ground so you didn't even see them. Yeah, let me cut here and I will do the programming, get the basics set up, and then when we come back I will review the basic programming with you guys and show you what else I have set up. Be back in a few seconds. Okay guys, I'm back. It's actually the next day from the beginning of this recording. This took a lot longer to set up than I thought it was going to. A lot of it's kind of confusing and just trying to figure out the program to link everything together to work properly. But I think I finally got it all set up. And this is what I have set up now. So I've added the pulverizers. I added some barrels over here. I moved one of the chests. I've added a chest, and I've also added that, the auto packager. Yeah, auto packager. Put some chests on it. Hooked up a tesseract for power. And yeah, I think the programming's working now. So if we flip the lever, I've only got this set up right now, like linked, so it's only doing gravel at the moment. But that's how it works. Everything gets sucked up. If we watch in here, you'll see some stuff landing in here every once in a while. Should be some broken ores if I don't pick them up. This thing is fairly good about that. The rapid item valve will pick up stuff pretty frequently. I've added these. These ones are spatial barrels, I think they're called. I can't remember. But I added the upgrades so that I could have them link up with barrels. Yeah, B-space upgrade. So if we take a look, yeah, I'll just show you guys that quickly. I don't have much time and I got a lot of programming to show you guys, so this episode might be a little bit long. But yeah, I've got them linked up to here, and then this one's also linked up to my cobblestone one up there, so I didn't have to move my cobble gen. I figured that'd be the best bet, rather than using tesseracts or trying to pipe the items in over here. And I put a fairly big upgrade on that one too. It'll hold 256 stacks. Same with this one and this one. I'll probably do the same on this one. I know it's kind of overkill, 250 stacks. I'll probably never need that much, but oh well. So yeah, anyways, let's take a look at the programming. And this is the main page. Oh, the dust one's supposed to be going. Why is the dust one not going? Oh, I haven't actually specified the block gate yet. I forgot to go through because I have each block gate running its own material. So like this one block gate is running just gravel. And then the middle one I'll run just sand. Well, not just sand, but I'll have it set to sand and soul sand, I think, is how I'm going to do that. Because I won't need as much sand as I need dust and gravel. And then this one's just going to run dust. So, if we take a look in here, this one that I've got labeled redstone trigger, I didn't really know what to call it, so I just called it redstone trigger. And this is basically all it is it's a trigger set to a redstone control. And then up here you just select the redstone receiver, and then everything else just stays default, and that'll work fine. And then you connect a flow on the high pulse and the low pulse into a flow. The flow's just two connections at the top. The flow runs into an emitter, redstone emitter. I've got the emitter selected. Sides and weak power are all just default. This is what I changed in here. I think this is the only setting you change. I've got it set to toggle. When you set it up, it's defaulted to fixed. So I just switched it to toggle. And then pulse is nothing. And then I have it running into a node, just so I can put this in its own group and have it kind of separate. And you just switch the connection to output node. So that's fairly basic. That part is basically, you can find that just about anywhere. I think the SWE's video shows you how to do that. Purple Mentat has a video showing how to do that. Funshine X has a video. I think Landstriders might do that, I'm not sure. And then a few other people like Generic B, I've seen him do it that way. So the next thing I did was I ran it into a flow, and I put it on 5 outputs so that I could hook all these up. Excuse me, sorry guys. And then I just have it running into input outputs. So the first one is get gravel. So it basically just selects the barrel that the gravel's in, targets the down. I have it whitelisted for gravel. Same with the sand. The sand just looks at that barrel. And then the dust looks at that barrel. And then the output, I have selected the block gate, that's that one. And I targeted the downside because it doesn't really matter. The items, I whitelisted gravel in here again, so it would only be gravel in that one. And I specified amount to 1. That way it doesn't use a whole stack, and then when I shut it off, it'll only drop 1 piece of gravel instead of dropping a whole stack. And then yeah, it basically just runs back into a flow. And then on the input, I have, oh, I gotta move this up so you guys can see it. I have the rapid item valve selected, targeting the north side. I don't think this really matters. I was having a few issues with my programming, but it had nothing to do with this, I don't think. Blacklist, so it'll pick up everything. That one is important, I'm pretty sure. I had it blacklisting gravel, dust, and sand, but it was just this, the block gate was just dumping spare gravel onto the ground. So the rapid item valve wasn't picking the gravel back up and putting it back in the barrel. So, and then it comes over here, and I just got this one labeled recycle, and it just puts it back into all the barrels. The gravel barrel, the sand barrel, and the dust barrel. Targets the down, and it's whitelisted. The cobble one I don't need there. That was part of testing. I haven't removed it yet. But I have gravel, sand, and dust whitelisted. And then I have this one called the ore chest, and that would be this chest here. So it takes any of the broken ores and crushed ores and pulverized ores and puts it into the barrel at that, or the chest at that location, targets the down. And then I went through and I whitelisted all the different ores that it could possibly come across. I've pretty much almost hit the max on the whitelist, so to add cobalt and iodite to this, I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm probably going to have to add another input just to get those two to land in that chest. And then basically anything that this doesn't pick up goes into the diamond chest, which is just a temporary chest for right now. I plan on having it run into Tesseract into the sorting room area, but it's targeted to down and it's just blacklist. So it will pick up the rest of the items that aren't whitelisted in these two. And then up here I have a couple command groups that I have set up. One's for pulverizers. So this one's basically to pulverize all the gravel, sand, cobble into the different things that I need. So it's just got a basic default trigger. I didn't change anything about that. Runs into a flow, and then these ones are just input outputs that select the different barrels needed for, like, this one's the cobblestone barrel, targeting down, items whitelisted, cobble, and then it puts it into the two pulverizers right here. So this one will take cobble, and this one will take cobble, and grind them up into gravel and sand. And then this one takes the sand from its barrel, or no, gravel from its barrel, targets the up. That doesn't really matter because it's a barrel. Whitelisted for gravel, and then same thing, just inventories for this one are the two pulverizers. I got them targeting up because if we look, I have the tops are the inputs, the bottoms are the outputs. And it looks like it's dark outside. So, and same thing for the sand, just targets the sand. The only difference on this one is when we come into inventories on the output, I've only got it targeting one pulverizer. So it's going to make half as much dust as it's going to make gravel and sand, which I'm going to test out, just let it run and see how that works. If I need another pulverizer, I'll figure something else out. But yeah, and then the targets the up, whitelist sand. I was having problems with when I was doing it. If I didn't whitelist it, I would end up with cobble in these other ones too. I don't know why. It might have been some programming problems on my part. But anyways, and then those all run into a flow, which runs into an input, which just targets, I'm pretty sure, the 5 pulverizers. And targets the downside. Blacklist, just because I wanted to grab both the sand and the gravel, or the sand and the dust. Because you'll notice that these have a byproduct, right? Like pulverizing cobble gets you gravel and sand, and then doing sand gets, or pulverizing gravel gets you sand and dust. So it just grabs from both the slots and just make it easier on the programming. And then it's just got the 3 barrels selected because you can only put whatever's the barrels labeled, and as you can see I have them all locked, so that's the only thing that can go in them, even if they run out. That was the wrong thing. Let's move it over here so I can grab it again. And then yeah, just a normal blacklist on it, doesn't really need anything special. So that one's the pulverizer, or the pulverizing. If we go back, I have one that's called ore dust export. Basically what this one is it's just a simple trigger. Oh, excuse me, sorry about that, guys. It's just a basic default trigger. The input targets, I'm pretty sure, this gold chest. pull from the bottom, and then I just have all the different ore dusts, like the dust blocks, whitelisted in it. So basically all it's doing is taking any of the dusts and leaving behind the sands and the gravel. And it is outputting, it's outputting to this gold chest, which is this one over here. So if we take a look in here, we have a whole bunch of different dusts. And then the output is, we just covered that. So it's targeting the down items. It's on a blacklist because it's whitelisted up here, so I don't need to blacklist it down there. So that one's pretty simple, and I'll explain in a minute why I have that one doing that. This one I think is the complicated one, and it's making ore dust. So basically it's set to a default trigger, and give me 1 second guys, sorry, I don't want to sweat to death. Go grab some more water. This is the only problem with this system that I don't like, is I constantly got to run back and forth to get more water, but I haven't advanced far enough in pneumatic craft to do the other thing that I want. So this will work for now. It's better than having to fill it with water bottles every time it's empty. That kind of gets annoying after a while. Especially with how far I am into this series now. I should have had it set up a long time ago. But, anyways, back to this. So this first one's an input and then an output, flow, input, output, input, output. Very basic. So this one's from export chest, which is what I'm calling this chest. So it selects that chest, targets the down, and then I have the ore gravels and the ore sands all whitelisted in this. And then it just sends them to the one pulverizer, which is right here. And breaks them down. And I know you get less from the pulverizer than you would from hammering the ores. This is easier. I'm gonna go with it. With how fast this system is, I'm not too worried about the extra I would get from hammering them. And then I'd have to set up an auto crafting system and an autonomous activator or something down here. And have it all fed, which isn't that big of a deal. I've done it before. I think I did it in Agrarian Skies, because Agrarian Skies you don't have the option to pulverize that. So I'll probably do that setup in Agrarian Skies. I have a couple ideas for that. And then, anyways, we just went over that one. So then it runs into a flow, which the first one will go this way first. And this one is from the pulverizer. Oh, I got a bad frog in my throat today. So it's selecting the pulverizer. It's targeting the down, which is what I got the output set to. And it sucks the ore dusts out. Or not the dust, the gravel and the sand out. And then puts it back into the export chest. It's really easy, just select the chest, down, output, blacklist. That pulverizer is set up a little bit different than the other 5. I have 2 different outputs on it. If we take a look, one's red, one's yellow. So I've got this one set to the bottom and this one's set to the right side, or the back, sorry. And then if we take a look at this side, this one says from pulverizer, so it's basically set up the same way. Pulverizer selected. It's targeting the east side of the pulverizer though, which is the back side of it. And then I have all the different crushed ores and the pulverized ores. When you're selecting these ones in the whitelist, make sure that it's these ones and not the thermal expansion pulverized or the Ender IO. I think I typed in pulverizer, so I don't think the Ender IO one showed up, but I could be wrong. But I know the thermal expansion ones are called pulverized ores too. And then this one is just set to be in the import chest too, or to the import chest, which is what I called this chest basically. So yeah, just selected that chest, target the downside, and no blacklist. So yeah, on this one, I said I had the gravel and the sand selected as the whitelist. I also selected the dusts. So to save myself another line of code, I just made it so that the dusts go into this one, and then that other program that I have will suck them out and put them into this chest. So that's pretty much it for this system, I think. I'm probably not going to have to add too much more. I just don't know what I want to do about this chest, if I want to just add another tesseract here somewhere, or if I want to run pipes all the way up to this tesseract just to save me a tesseract. We'll see. I'm not ready to actually start organizing all this stuff yet. I have to decide what I'm going to do for ME storage and what I'm going to do for barrel storage. But I'm guessing most of the stuff that's going to end up in that diamond chest is going to end up in barrels, because I'm going to be getting a lot of it, and I only need about a barrel's worth of certain items. So, and I can always put upgrades on them to get more stacks if I need more. And then the only other problem I have now is running all 6 of these pulverizers. I don't have enough power generation in order to run them all. That's why the program's not running right now. But if we come back here and I go pulverizers, go into this one and hook it up, you'll notice that they all turn on. So they've all got cobble, gravel, and sand being pulverized and going back into these barrels. So yeah, the only thing I haven't really done yet is I haven't gone through and specified which block gate uses what. Like on this one, I want this one to be the dust one. So I'm at 198. So we'll just come in here and we'll find the block gate that is at location 198.53. Select it, and that should be making dust now. So it's going through. Why is it running so slow? And this one shut off. Oh, uh-oh. I have another problem. You see, that was the problem that I was having before. Everything's hooked up. I don't know what's going on with that. I'll have to fix it off camera and get it working again. But anyways, this episode's probably getting a little bit long, so I will probably prep a bunch of other stuff and get it ready for the next episode. I don't know if I want to work on the system to get it over to the smeltery, or if I want to work on power gen next episode. I should probably work on power gen. I'm in need of it now, so yeah, if we take a look at this this energy cell, it goes down pretty quick with all 6 of those pulverizers running. So yeah, it'll be either that or I'll set up the system to get the stuff to the smeltery. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. On a side note, if you guys want me to do a tutorial on how I set this up, like an in-depth tutorial, kind of like I did on the tree farm, and I'm really sorry guys, I know those videos didn't turn out all that well. I was using a different recording software at the time and just making the best out of the situation. I have better recording software now, so if you guys do want me to do an in-depth tutorial on this system, leave me a comment in the comments and I will see what I can do for you guys. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. If you did, leave me a like, hit that subscribe button. You can follow me on most of the social medias now to stay up to date on what my channel's doing. Share it with your friends, all that fun stuff, and I will see you guys in the next video.